Hari Om Vaniji, Hari Om Vasuji, and my pranams to all Atma Jyotis, members of Meditation Study Circle and Light of Self Foundation. So today we are taking up a topic. Foundation. So today we are taking up a topic, Samadhi, or a superconscious state. So in every field there's some mysticism, romanticism, and especially in spirituality, there's a lot of romanticism or mysticism about state of Samadhi. The purpose of today's talk is exploring the dimensions of Samadhi. What is Samadhi? So for that, let me show you one small PPT. What you are seeing here, it's called a Plato's cave. Plato was a philosopher, a Greek philosopher, told about a cave. In cave, there are 3 prisoners who are hanging. All their life, they are tied to the rope, tied to the ceiling. They can't see what is there behind. So there is a light at the back of the cave, and outside some animals are moving. These people do not know what animals are going there. They can only see shadows. Throughout their life, they have only seen shadows. Dog, animal, pet. So they recognize the animals in the form of shadows. They don't know what real animal is. They cannot turn back. So this is what is called Plato's cave. Do we realize that we are living in a Plato's cave? All of us some reality which is there, but we are seeing the shadows in the outer world. Can you imagine that? You'll say, no, the world is so real. There are so many things in the world, right? It's a beautiful world. The prisoners also will say, oh, it's a beautiful animals are going, beautiful dog is going, beautiful cat is going. Seeing the shadow, because the shadow is the only thing they have seen. They're not seeing the reality. Until you see the reality, shadow is the reality for you. This is the situation we are living in. The shadow reality is called Maya. Why we are living in the shadow reality? There's a reason for that. What we see is not what is there outside there. What we see is a projection of our brain and nervous system. You can see 2 types of arrows, green arrows and red arrows. So we think that we are seeing something outside there. Do you know, there is outside there, we don't know what is there, what is out there. Our brain, our mind, using the brain and sense organs is projecting something outside there, getting experience. Experience is coming in the form of green arrows and projection is going in the form of red arrows. So we are actually living in a Plato's cave. This is called Maya. How is that possible? Let me give you an example of dream. In the dream, you saw a beautiful garden full of flowers. You plucked some flowers, went to a temple, did puja, took prasadam, nice prasadam, sweet, came home and enjoyed with your family member. And some robber came and started stealing something from your house. You got angry, you started shouting at the robber. Suddenly you woke up. Was there a robber? Was there a family? Was there a garden? Was there a temple? There was experience of garden, there's experience of temple, there's experience of family. But there's nothing. It was a projection in your brain, in your mind, in your sense organs. There's a projection of the garden, there's a projection of family, and there's experience also, happiness, sorrow, anger, fear, everything is there. There's a projection, and you think that projection is real, and you experience it. So that's called dream. And one waking from dream, we don't know. We know that dream, everything in the dream world was mithya, unreal. It was just a projection. Then we wake up and thinking that waking world is real. Waking world, we have a family, we have a job, we have a success and failure. We start thinking that waking world is real. The waking world is also on par with the dream world. In the waking world also there's a projection happening from our brain and nervous system. And experience is coming and we think it's real and we are experiencing pain, sorrow, happiness, joy, all the things we are experiencing. The projection is there and experience is there. Experience is printed, recorded in memory, and the memory is getting projected. So we know what is dream world. Dream world is unreal. And waking world is starting is real. But waking world is also as unreal as a dream world. Both are on par. So that's called dream, dreaming dream. This is called waking dream. In the waking dream, we are going through a dream process by which there's a projection happening. So we think that eyes are showing me what is there out there. So I'm seeing something, we think that eyes are showing what is out there. Eyes are receiving light energy. Depending on the nature of your eyes, what you see is shaped by the eyes. If our eyes are colorblind, we'll never see a world which is full of colors. So the color is removed from the world, not because there's no color in the world. There is color, the eyes have changed the color. Eyes have removed the color. If you have what we call as the yellow eye, jaundice, the whole world appears jaundice, yellow. There's no color in the world. Your eyes are changing the light energy into some form and giving it to the brain. Brain is making guesswork. Oh, this is light, this is sound, based on the memory. So brain is superimposing name and form on the electrical energy converted into pranic energy. So the sense organs and mind are playing a game of projection, experiencing, again projection. So this is called waking world. We are, in fact, living in a Plato's cave. The Plato's cave is a representative of Maya. We are only seeing the shadows, projections by the brain, nervous system, and eyes. So let me give you one example. Please look at your hand, right hand, touch it, feel it. Okay, feel your right hand, touch it. Is it real? Okay. Now, what is reality? I'll show you one experiment. This is a famous neuroscience experiment. So it's called rubber hand experiment. You see, there is left hand and right hand, and in between there's a rubber hand placed. So a person is touching a real hand and rubber hand. So brain is thinking the rubber hand is my hand. When somebody comes and hits the rubber hand, the brain says, oh, my hand, something has happened to my hand. So rubber hand is your hand, according to brain. So brain is not telling you reality. Brain is telling you what it thinks as real. So what is the world we are living in? We are living in a make-believe world based on our mind, our sense organs, projection, and experience. So from dreaming dream, we can wake up into waking dream. Can I wake up from the waking dream? If you wake up from the waking dream, that's called Samadhi. If you're able to wake up from the waking dream, you are in a state of Samadhi. So now, let me make the world. Samadhi is a mystical world. Samadhi means seeing the reality. Seeing the reality as it is called Samadhi. What prevents us from seeing the reality? Our mind, the brain, the sense organs are not showing us the reality. Our mind, brain, sense organs are showing a projected reality. A reality which is not there. We don't see what is out there. We see what is in here, on there, out there. In here gets projected out there. They will never know, because mind and sense organs do not give us the real picture. Can you see the blue sky out there? The sky looks very beautiful blue sky. There's no blueness in the sky at all, according to scientists. The blueness of the sky is an optical illusion. The blueness is superimposed on the sky. Is there a world outside there? We never know. We cannot know, because our sense organs and mind will never tell the reality. Reality. The mind, what we call as mind, is a subtle aspect, subtle consciousness, which operates the brain as an engine. Brain is the instrument. Brain and the body is the instrument. So mind has three functions. Mind has three aspects: time, space, and causality. Time, space, and causality is nothing but the mind. Mind is nothing but thoughts. A bundle of thoughts is called mind. There's nothing called mind at all. There's nothing called mind at all. The mind is nothing but a bundle of thoughts. Thoughts appear and disappear. That's called mind. And this appearance and disappearance thought causes a sense of time, sense of space, sense of causation, cause and effect. Karya Karana Sambandha. So, for example, what is time? One event is observed in the morning, sunrise. One thought is there. Another event is observed in the evening, called sunset. Another thought is there. I observe sunset, I observe sunrise. Between these two events, what we call is called time. It's nothing but gap between two events. Similar space. My left hand and right hand, there's a space. So I look at left hand, then I look at right hand. Between left hand and right hand, there is a gap. So left hand is a thought, right hand is thought. But you have to notice one thing here. The mind can hold one thought at a time. So when I look at left hand thought is there. When I look at right hand thought is there. Left hand thought is gone, right hand thought is there. Right hand thought, we are comparing with something in memory. In all our, see, right hand thought is now, left hand thought is memory. With the left hand thought, I am comparing right hand thought and calling it space. So one event is in memory and other event is now. So between these two, there's a gap. That's called space. But what is in memory is not real. It's not available to now. But the memory gets projected on now, and we see space. Similarly, we see time. I saw sunrise. That event appeared in memory. It got recorded in memory. When I see sunset, I recollect event from the memory and compare with the event now. One event is now, and other event is memory recording. So memory is getting projected on the present moment recording. So similarly, we project cause and effect. And mind is never in the present moment. Mind is always about the past or future. Present moment is not there when we experience anything. The moment we experience it becomes past. So Samadhi is going back to the now, eternal now, who is witnessing or who is looking at these experiences. It's the background of all our experiences is called the witness, one who witnesses all these experiences are coming up and going down, That one who is doing that is called Turiya or Samadhi. The Turiya or Samadhi is not in time. It is eternal now. It's like a background screen on which the movie is projected. Movie is not real. Movie is projected by mind, brain, nervous system, sense organs. Characters appear, disappear. Events appear, disappear. But screen doesn't change. The unchanging screen is real you. It's called Sakshi or the Atma. So going back to the real you, taking your attention back to the real you, Sakshi or Atma, is called Samadhi. We have a waking state, dream state, and deep sleep state. Appear and disappear. Waking state comes. In the waking state, waking body and waking world appears. One movie has started, waking movie. In the waking movie, I'm working in Bangalore, I'm a software engineer, I have a family. The moment I go to sleep, the waking movie is gone. The new movie starts, dream movie. In the dream movie, I'm an artist living in Paris and I have a family. In deep sleep, all these movies are gone, in like an interval. The movies of waking, dreaming, and deep sleep appear and disappear, appear and disappear, appear and disappear. But nothing happens to the screen, the one who is witnessing it. I am that witness. To stay as I am that witness is called Samadhi. But what happens is when waking body appears, waking world appears, I identify my body. I forget that I'm witness. I'm the body, I'm the mind, I'm husband, I'm a man, I'm an engineer. All those ideas will grip me. That means we get involved in the movie. I'm the Sakshi. I came to see the movie, forget that I forget that and I get involved in the movie. So there is the problem. Watching the movie but not getting involved is called Samadhi. The movie is never a problem. Movie is there for entertainment program. So there are so many movies, right? People go to the movie, hero and heroine have romance. They go around the tree, they go to the parks, nowadays malls, and one day hero and heroine break up. And people watching that movie feel so sad. They use their kerchief. That's called kerchief movies. They get involved. They identify the heroine on the movie screen. Movie is there for entertainment, but identifying the movie screen is the problem. Movie is the problem. Movie becomes so real. Similarly, the Maya or the projection is a movie. It appears to be very real. The movie character, body is a character is appearing in the movie. Body is appearing in the movie. But we identify the body and start crying with whatever is happening in the movie, without understanding that all this is a projection. None of this is real. The reality is, only reality is there, the screen, the witness who is watching all these things. And I am the witness. That understanding, staying in that understanding is called Samadhi. So now, what happens? What is Samadhi? Let us understand. We all of us have a feeling that there's something called reality. That reality we call as God, higher power, something supreme, who is running this world. All those we know. We have a belief system in the society. God is taking care. There's a word, God. There's higher power. So we want to know the higher power. The scientists start looking into the higher power and they come out with various discoveries of science. They are looking into material nature, Prakriti. Then there are people who believe that there is a higher power. They are actually pray to God, protection, do puja, go to temple, go to church and various places of worship to offer prayers to God who cannot be seen, unseen God. But they believe, they are called believers. And whom do they believe? They believe some book or they believe some prophet and they believe. They are called followers of a religion. Followers have not seen the truth. They are called believers. Believers are the followers. So world is full of followers and believers. Never seen the truth. Whom do they believe? They believe a prophet has seen God. Prophet has talked to God. And the prophet or Rishi or who is the saint has talked to God. And they believe his words and follow. Or believe some book, follow. They have never seen the truth. Scientists are trying to find the truth at least. They're one step ahead. They'll actually explore, inquire, and try to find the truth. Even though in the wrong direction, in the material world. Believers, they will not question about the truth. They believe there's a truth. Let me pray to God. God will take care of us. And they believe in a prophet or a book and follow. So there is a third category of people who are called philosophers. Philosophers, what they say, they'll speculate. The Western world, the word is called philosophy. Philosophy means love for knowledge. They love knowledge. What kind of knowledge? They'll try to inquire. Is there a God or not? Is there something is there? So the Plato whom I showed was a philosopher, Greek philosopher. They'll speculate. They love knowledge. But Sanatana Dharma is one step beyond. Sanatana Dharma says belief or faith is required as a first step. But that's not the last step. Belief and faith has to be converted into realization. God should not, we don't believe in God, realize God. That is the philosophy of Sanatana Dharma. That is the teaching of Sanatana Dharma. So, Sanatana Dharma is not about philosophy at all. What we call as Dvaita, Vishishtadvaita, Advaita, they are not called they are not philosophies in the Western sense. They are called Darshana. Darshana is one beyond philosophy. The word Darshana is used. Advaita Darshana, Dvaita Darshana, Vishishtadvaita Darshana. So Darshana is not a philosophy. Darshana is a realization. The word realization has real I. You are trying to experience the real I, the real seer in that darshana. That's called realization. So Sanatana Dharma is not about philosophy. Sanatana Dharma is not about belief system. Sanatana Dharma is about realization. I'm not satisfied about believing in God. I'm not satisfied about knowing about God. I am satisfied with only realizing God. That is Sanatana Dharma. It is like this. I'll say, see, Karnataka has a very fine sweet called Mysore Pak. I'll tell people in North India, Mysore Pak is so sweet, so colorful. So they believe that Mysore Pak is there. They think of, then whenever they eat something, they think that Mysore Pak is like this. That's called belief. And those who believe are called followers. They have never seen the reality. Then there are philosophers. The philosophers will think, Mysore Pak should be made out of this material. It should look like this. They philosophize. They have never seen, but they love speculation. They're called philosophers. But some people, no, I'll come to Karnataka, I'll eat Mysore Pak, put Mysore Pak in my mouth and experience it. That's what Sanatana Dharma is about. Experiencing God, realizing God is about Sanatana Dharma. Not about thinking about it, not about speculating about it, not about following blindly. So this is called darshana. The meaning of darshana means to see. To see is to be. When you see something, your seer and seen are separate. When you have darshana, seer and seen are one. To see God is to be God. That's called darshana. So in Sanatana Dharma, we have various philosophical systems. They're all called darshana. Whatever philosopher is there, Dvaita Darshana, Advaita Darshana, Vishishtadvaita Darshana, to the extent of their best of their ability, they have realized that whatever they've seen, they're not telling it as a mental speculation. They have realized that, they have experienced that. That's what they're telling in terms of darshana. To see is to be. To see God is to be God. That is knowing God. So that knowing principle, knowing is called Samadhi. That's why I always say, Atma Darshanam, Brahma Darshanam, Brahma Darshanam, Satya Darshanam. To see God, you go inwards. See who you are. Are you this changing body and mind, which appears in the morning, disappears in the night? Are you changing are you the mind? Are you the intellect which is constantly changing? Or are you the unchanging principle, which you call as I? I have born, grow up, become old, but I has never changed. The body has changed, mind has changed, intellect has changed, surroundings have changed, society has changed, the environment has changed, but I never changes. What is this unchanging I? So recognizing that is called Atma Darshana. I am the Sakshi, the witness behind all this changing reality. I am the screen. What is seen is a projection, Prakriti, Maya. The seer is the reality. So that's called Atma Darshana. I have to see myself. I am consciousness, Chaitanyam. And then I have to recognize behind all the changing phenomena in the world, there's an unchanging reality called Sat. Existence is there. That I call as Brahman. The tree is, sun is, moon is, everything exists. The isness is existence. That existence is called Brahman. Then is consciousness and existence, they are separate? The Sat and Chit are one reality. Everything in the world exists. The flower exists. But the problem is the flower exists for some time and disappears. Flower is a bud, becomes a flower, then dies. But existence, nothing happens. That unchanging existence is called Brahman. Whatever I'm seeing in the world is nothing but Brahman only. Existence, when I see through sense organs in the mind, it appears as time, space, and causality. Existence is the screen on which I project time, space, and causality using my mind and brain and nervous system. The movie is projected on the screen called existence in the outer world, and what is seen is in the consciousness Chit. To know that, to realize that I am Sat, I am Chit, I am consciousness, I am Sakshi is called Atma Darshana. To realize the world is nothing but Sat is called Brahma Darshana. To realize these two are one is called Satya Darshana. That Satya Darshana is called Samadhi. to abide in reality. That's called Samadhi. So right now we are abiding in non-reality. We think the names and forms are real. Flower is real for us. Flower is existence appearing temporarily as flower and disappearing, but nothing has happened to existence. Everything is Brahman, Sarvam Khalu is Brahma. All that is there is Brahman only. The Brahman appears as name and form based on our sense organs and mind. They are projecting on the screen of existence. Existence cannot be seen because I am that existence. Sat and Chit is one reality. Sat and Chit is one reality, and understanding that is called Ananda, Satchidananda. So this abiding in this reality all the time, every time, is called Samadhi. Now, Samadhi means absorption of our mind in reality. To make you simple, to give an understanding of simple what Samadhi, many people constantly think of money, money, money all the time. Whatever you ask, the money is the only priority for them. They are in money Samadhi. Mind is completely absorbed in the money. Somebody is always constantly absorbed in his family. Family is Samadhi. Somebody is constantly absorbed in the politics. Politics Samadhi. So Samadhi is very common to us. But what kind of Samadhi? Unreal Samadhi. Are we established in real? Are we living in the reality? That is called Samadhi, which liberates you. Other Samadhis which will bind you. So for this, you have to understand the meaning of the word Samadhi. Samadhi is one way absorption of the mind in an object or the subject. The word Samadhi can be split into Samadhi. Sama means balance. Di means intellect. When the intellect is balanced, that's called Samadhi. You will not go off balance anytime. When the intellect is actually driven by the ego. Ego drives the intellect. Ego is the identity. I am the body, I am the mind, I am the intellect, I am husband, I am man, I am woman. The identity drives the intellect. Reality doesn't drive the intellect. Reality is Sakshi, Atma. But ego and intellect and the body and mind derive their power from Sakshi, Atma. So the intellect, which is driven by the intellect, is driving the body mind complex. It is controlled by the ego. Ego is controlled by the identity. And all the identities are false. And the body is false, and the mind is false, and the intellect and the husband is false. Why? Because these identities appear in the movie, waking movie. Morning time is projected. Night time it's withdrawn. Another movie starts. The movie character appears and disappears. But reality doesn't appear and disappear. The witness or Sakshi is always there in the background. So the intellect will never know that Sakshi is my boss. Instead of that, it thinks ego is the boss. So Vedanta Vichara, Atma Vichara, the self-inquiry dissolves the ego. Wrong understanding goes. Then the intellect works directly with the Sakshi, the witness. What is the meaning of witness? You have seen in the code they call a witness. Witness means impartial observer. Somebody dies, somebody is saved. Impartial observer only gives reality because he is not biased. So witness is impartial observer. Choiceless awareness is the nature of witness. Sakshi. So when the intellect works directly under the influence of Sakshi, not under the influence of ego, you have attained the balance. So intellect is purified now. Intellect is purified by Viveka, self-inquiry. What is real? What is unreal? Satya, Mithya, Atma, Anatma. Intellect is purified with this inquiry. So when this intellect is purified with the inquiry, intellect doesn't come under the influence of ego. Because body is mithya, body is appearing and disappearing. Mind is appearing and disappearing. Intellect doesn't get influenced by the ego. Now intellect works directly under the influence of Sakshi, Atma. So now this is called Jivatma. The intellect plus Jivatma is consciousness Sakshi plus Jiva, which is ego plus intellect, is called Jiva. So this together is one entity. We call Jivatma. So Jivatma in ignorance is influenced by ego. Jivatma with Jnana, ego gets purified. In that case, the Jivatma understands I am Paramatma, I am not the body, mind, and intellect. This is the state of Samadhi. The realization that Nanu, Nanembudu, Nanalla, Ideha, Manabuddhi, Nanalla, Sachidanandatma, Shivananani, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, I'm not the intellect, I'm pure consciousness, Shiva Swarupi. That clarity which is there goes deep. That is called Samadhi. Now, Samadhi means balanced intellect. Now, intellect will never get unbalanced. Whatever happens in life, Sakshi is witnessing, intellect will do some appropriate response. Otherwise, ego will create over response. It creates panic, it creates fear, it projects past and future, it gets worried. So there is a balanced state of mind. So this Samadhi word is predominantly used in yoga. In Vedanta, the same word, the original name for Samadhi is called Samahita. Samahita means balanced state of mind. The mind is completely balanced. The intellect is completely balanced. Samahita. Whatever happens in life, ups and downs, happiness and unhappiness in life, the intellect acts. It doesn't react. The balanced state, Sakshi observes choicelessly, the intellect responds. From reaction to come to action. So that is called Samadhi. Because otherwise we have a concept of Samadhi means somebody is sitting with eyes closed, like a stone, not talking, not walking. Samadhi in yoga and Vedanta is a balanced state of intellect. Samadhi. The closing eyes, sitting silently, all these are practices. Do not confuse the practice with the state of Samadhi. Kathopanishad 6.10. Kathopanishad, I have talked about Kathopanishad already. Yamadharmaraya teaches Nachiketa, the disciple, the great disciple Nachiketa, who has come to Yamaloka. The Lord of Death teaches Nachiketa. What is the meaning of Samahita or Samadhi? Samahita is a state of tranquility, which is not disturbed in any conditions of life. Any ups and downs are not disturbed. So such a person who is in state of unbroken state of the tranquility or balanced state of mind is said to be Samadhi. He may close his eyes, he may open his eyes, he may be yoga ratova, bhoga ratova. He may be doing yoga, or he may be bhoga, or he may be doing business, but his mind is tranquil, unbalanced, balance is there. And such a person is called Sthita Pradna or Dani or Jivan Mukta. Bhagavad Gita 2.17, 2.57 to 2.65, it tells the Lakshana of Sthita Pradna. Dukeshu Anudignamana, Sukeshu Vigataspraha, Vitaraga, Bayakrodaha, Sthita Uchate. We have a concept that Samadhi is sitting in Samadhi like a stone. A person in Samadhi can act very well. Sukeshu Anudignamana, Dukeshu, Sukeshu Vigataspraha. So when the joy comes, he is balanced. When sorrow comes, he doesn't get depressed. When the joy comes, he is not elated. Vita raga, attraction, repulsion doesn't affect him. Bhaya, krodha, fear and anxiety don't affect him. Such a person called Sthita Pradna, such a person called Samadhi, he is in Samadhi. So otherwise we'll start thinking, oh, Samadhi means I have to close my eyes, sit like this, don't get up half an hour, 1 hour. Don't getting a half an hour, 1 hour, 1 day is a practice. But Samadhi means this balanced state of mind. So do not confuse the practice with the reality. Samadhi reality is this one. So, a person who wants to realize the truth, he wants to unite with Jivatma, with Paramatma. So I have said, to see the truth, to see God is to be God. That union is called yoga, oneness. And one who has attained the oneness is called Samadhi, is in Samadhi. Jivatma is one with Paramatma. That's a state of Samadhi. So now, what happens when somebody is in Samadhi? A person who is in ignorant state identifies himself with the body. Thinks I am the body, I am the mind, I am the intellect. So body-mind identification happens to the person who is ignorant. And when for ignorant person, there's a lot of suffering in life. So when the body becomes old, I have become old. Body becomes deceased, I am deceased. I am born. So the celebration of birthday is there every year. So much of joy, happy birthday. And somebody dies, so sorrow. So anything happened to the body, the ignorant person, Jivatma, thinks that it's happening to me. So the body's pain and pleasure becomes my pleasure and pain. So Gnani is the one who is able to separate out, I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the intellect, I am consciousness, Sakshi. That understanding is there with Gnani. And how does this understanding happen? Through Viveka, Vairagya, Shravana, Manana. With that, he gets certain clarity. Then Abhyasa. Shravana, Manana, Samadhi Abhyasa, called Nididhyasa. This is what Gnani does. And he attains Gnana. And if he has attained Gnana, he is called Sahaja Samadhi. So eyes closed, sitting in some place, sitting in some cave, and practicing, that is called practice, Abhyasa. And Sahaja Samadhi is the Siddhi, realization. One day, someone comes to Ramana Maharshi's ashrama. So Ramana Maharshi's ashrama, there is a current ashrama, which is below the hill. And earlier he used to meditate in Virupaksha cave in the hill. So that person sees Ramana Maharshi is sitting and talking to people, interacting with the people. Morning he gets up, Ramana Maharshi gets up and cuts the vegetable, does the cooking, goes to the garden, helps the gardeners, interacts with the people. This person comes to talk to Ramana Maharshi. What has happened to you? I thought you are a great saint. You are sitting in Virupaksha cave and meditating all the time. When I came, you were not opening your eyes also. Now you are lost your practice. You are interacting with society. Then Ramana Maharshi says, he doesn't understand Ramana Maharshi's state. Ramana Maharshi is in Sahaja Samadhi, natural state. He doesn't require a practice. With his eyes open, he's in a Sahaja Samadhi, natural. That's called enlightenment. That's called liberation, Jivan Mukti. So a person who is practicing still is in the practice. As long as the practice is there, he feels peaceful and tranquil. The moment he comes out of practice, the mind can get agitated by the external world. A person is Sahaja Samadhi, nothing will happen. He'll be tranquil. He can very well do interact and do everything in the world without affecting the Samadhi, inner understanding. So what has happened in case of Samadhi? He has separated, I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the intellect. Does it mean that he has removed the body, physically removed the body? No. He has psychologically removed the body. With a clarity, he has removed the body. That clarity has come through Atma Vichara, self-inquiry. It is understanding, with a deep understanding, you remove the body. The body is there. Body will continue. So the pain of the body will affect the Gnani also. Ramana Maharshi had a sarcoma, cancer here. And in his mouth, he used to, the pain was so unbearable. He used to make sound, like that. Some disciple comes and asks, Ramana Maharshi, are you having pain? Ramana Maharshi says, there is pain in the body. He doesn't say, I have the pain. The Sakshi, Atma, the screen doesn't get affected by the movie. So that clarity has gone deep inside. That is called Samadhi. That's called Sahaja Samadhi. Nothing, anything happening in the world doesn't disturb. Somebody comes and does Namaskar to Ramana Maharshi, somebody comes and blames. Anything happening doesn't matter to him. He's a witness. But he will react, respond. It's not like a stone. Respond appropriately. Body and mind is a vehicle. I am not the body. I am not the mind. I am not the intellect. This is the understanding of it, Gnani. Now, let us understand the state of Gnani, Sahaja Samadhi. A child is there. Child also, some mosquito comes and bites, child will feel cry. Hunger is there, child will eat. Okay? Physical, whatever physical body does, the child will go through it. But child has no psychological issues. Oh, what's happening to me? What happened to me tomorrow? Will I get a job or not? What happened to my parents? The psychological suffering is not there. The body is there. The child will experience the body. When the body is a pain, child will cry. So Gnani is also like a child. The body is there. And there's no sense that I am the body. So body requires food, he'll give some food. Goes to sleep or gets up. But there's no additional secondary problems associated with the body. I am the body concept is not there. The moment I am the body comes, I am a man, I am a woman, I have to dress like this, I have to live like in society, this is my wife, this is my children, and all associated problems will come. Mamakara will come. I am the body is called Ahankara, and associated the child of that is called Mamakara. This is mine, this is mine, this is mine. Then you try to struggle to keep that mine. So the Mamakara is gone completely in case of Gnani. Ahankara is gone, but body will continue. As long as the Prarabdha karma is there, body will continue. Order biological condition of the body will go through. But Gnani has no past, no future, no psychological projection. So that's why Prarabdha karma, we have two types of Prarabdha karma for anybody. Sahaja and Vishesha. Sahaja means a Prarabdha karma which has given you body, biological body, like a child. Vishesha means developed, mind has developed. I am the body, I am the husband, I am the mind, I have wife, I have a job, I have the children, what will I do tomorrow? It's called Vishesha. First problem comes, child has a body, but Ahankara is not developed. After some time, Ahankara develops. My body will start saying, I am the body will start saying. Ahankara comes, then Mamakara comes. In Gnani, Ahankara and Mamakara go. And he lives in Sahaja Samadhi, natural state. To understand, so somebody, all of us, we feel I'm the body. So wherever I go, I'm a man. That idea is there in the background all the time. I'm a woman. I'm a mother. That has gone deep into our subconscious, chitta. In the Gnani, the deep into subconscious, I'm no body. I'm not the body. I'm not the mind. I'm not the intellect. I'm pure consciousness. Nanu, nanem, buddha, nanalla, ideha, manabuddhi, nanalla, sachidananda, atma, shivanam, shivoham, shivom has gone deep inside the mind, subconscious. So when you are a body, Ahankara is there. When you are a body, Mamakara is there. Ahankara and Mamakara will trouble somebody. It's called Vishesha Prarabdha. Sahaja Prarabdha is body is there. Body is there. My body, I will not say my body or something. So body is there. Sahaja Prarabdha and Vishesha Prarabdha. Child has Sahaja Prarabdha. Gnani has Sahaja Prarabdha. But Vishesha Prarabdha is not there for Gnani. Vishesha Prarabdha is there only for Adnani. So Gnani, the pain will be there, but there is no suffering. Adnani, suffering, intense suffering is there, psychological suffering, because Ahankara and Mamakara is there. And Gnani lives life like a child. He has a memory, he uses the memory, but there's no identification with something called I am the body. So somebody comes then does Namaskar to Ramana Maharshi, Ramana Maharshi will turn his head. He knows Ramana Maharshi is called for this body, but he doesn't identify the body. He uses the body for transaction purpose, vehicle. This is the state of a Sahaja Samadhi. This is what we have to attain. For that, you have to close your eyes and meditate, and all those things are practices. Final result is Sahaja Samadhi. Finally, you have to attain Sahaja Samadhi. The one who is in Sahaja Samadhi is called Brahmanishta. He is called Atmanishta, Sthita Pradna, Brahmi Sthiti Prapta, Sahaja Samadhi. They are all synonymous. Somebody is called Brahmanishta, Sthita Pradna, Atmanishta, all are referring to Sahaja Samadhi, one who is in Sahaja Samadhi. What is Samadhi? Samadhi is Brahmananda. Now, the moment we say Ananda, we start thinking, oh, I drink a cup of coffee, it's Ananda. Okay, happiness. Then Brahmananda must be drinking 1,000 cups of coffee. 1,000 cups of coffee will burst out. Some disease will start. Brahmananda is not happiness. Brahmananda is beyond state of pleasure and pain. Ananda means all limitations are gone. I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the intellect, I am pure consciousness, dimensionless, timeless, spaceless, beyond time and space. My nature is Ananda means infinity, no boundary. Dimensionless. So that is called Ananda. There's no other. The world and me are not there. I alone exist. I appear as body, I appear as a world, but there's no two. Dvaita is gone. So we can understand this better in a dream world. In a dream, I'm going in a forest, a tiger starts chasing me, I start running, I jump into a river and wake up. Then I realize, oh, there's no tiger, there's no tree, there's no forest, there's no river. My consciousness only, sleeper's consciousness only appear as tiger, person, and river. There are no two. So now, a Jnani knows there is no other. I only appear as the world. I am the world. Just like a sleeping person says, I am the forest, I am the tiger, I am the river. Similarly, Jnani says, I am the world. There's no world and me. So this is called Jnani or Ananda, a state of bliss. Bliss means not getting affected by anything in life, pleasure and pain. Bliss is not jumping with joy. So something happens, some happy events comes, there will be happiness. I give the happiness to mind. My happiness is repeated to the mind. Mind is having happiness or joy because of reflection of Atma, the self. My nature is happiness. Not that I want happiness. No, I will practice Samadhi to get happiness. Then you are not, my nature is not Samadhi. My nature is dependent on Samadhi. Samadhi doesn't give you happiness. Samadhi doesn't give you bliss. Samadhi, the mind experiences happiness or bliss because of reflection of my nature. So Vedanta Samadhi is Vichara, understanding who am I really. Separating out Anatma. The mind and body are getting consciousness because of me. Mind and body are getting happiness because of me. I am the source of life. I am the source of consciousness. I am the world. There's no duality. So mind is just an instrument. So what happens when I identify with the body, then world looks like a solid object because body is a gross instrument. So world appears to be solid when I look through body. When a world appears as subtle world appears in dream when I look subtle body, when I identify subtle body. And the world disappears when there's no body in deep sleep. In deep sleep, what am I in? Deep sleep, I am pure existence, pure consciousness, Satchidananda Swarupa. I experience bliss because my nature, true nature is then deep sleep. Deep sleep is your real nature. It's called Turiya. But I don't know. In the waking state, I'm suffering. In the dream, I'm suffering. So Jnana is required in the waking state and dream state. Viveka and Vairagya, Vichara is required in dream state and waking state. So that's where Samadhi Abhyasa can help. The Samadhis are of different types. Jada Samadhi. Somebody goes through Jada Samadhi. A Samadhi where there is no awareness or consciousness is called Jada Samadhi. It is like exactly like a coma. Some patient is in coma in the hospital, or some animal goes through hibernation. So in Himalayas and other places, in polar bear is there, right? The white bear. So in winter, it will stop eating food, it reduces breath rate and goes into Samadhi. Heart rate is reduced. And after winter gets over, it wakes up. It is like a coma. There's Jada Samadhi. In that Jada Samadhi, no Jnana is there. So Jada Samadhi, animals also go through. There are many people who have heard, 7 days he was in Samadhi, 7 days he didn't wake up. 7 days he didn't take food. 7 days he buried himself. So Ramana Maharshi gives an example of Jada Samadhi. There is a yogi who was meditating near a riverbed. He tells his Shishya, get me one glass of water. And then suddenly there's a rain and he got flood and he gets buried. So after 1 week, people try to take him out. He comes out of Samadhi. Then he says, where's my glass of water? That's all the Jnana. Before going to Samadhi, what is Jnana is there. After going to Samadhi, also Jnana is there. Same. That's called Jada Samadhi. Jada Samadhi doesn't help. How you can attain Jada Samadhi? Through various breathing practices, techniques, you can attain Jada Samadhi. But what we are looking in Vedanta is called Chetana Samadhi. Samadhi with awareness. Samadhi, where Chetana Samadhi will happen only when you destroy your ignorance. Otherwise, even million years, if you do Samadhi also, your ignorance will not go. Chetana Samadhi, you have to, through Atma Vichara, through Shravana and Manana, Adnana has to go. Vedanta Prakriya should remove your Adnana. Then the crystal clarity will emerge. I am Brahman. So then you go to sleep becomes Samadhi. Then you go meditate, meditation becomes Samadhi. Without Jnana, Samadhi will not work. They'll become mechanical practices. So people do meditation. I meditate for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. You did the counted number of hours, but Jnana doesn't come because Shravana, Manana has not happened. Atma Vichara has not happened. So people have a wrong understanding that by meditation I get Jnana. False. By meditation or Samadhi, you don't get Jnana. You get Jnana, then you do meditation, Samadhi, or you dance, you do yoga, or bhoga, whatever you do. Jnana is primary as per Jnana Yoga. And how does Jnana come? Shravana. You have to listen to the teachings in front of a guru, a Jnani, Shrotriya, Brahmanishta. And Vedanta is very, very clear. Shravana matrena muktihi. Mukti is not because of Samadhi. Mukti is because of Shravana, listening. Adnana has to go. So Samadhi is of two types. Kevala Samadhi and Sahaja Samadhi. Kevala Samadhi is a practice. So Samadhi Abhyas, I can tell you, like driving a car. So while driving a car, you have to be very conscious. Where is the gear? Where is the accelerator? You have to consciously put the brake, hold the steering. Very conscious. Ego is very active. But you are learning driving. Kevala Samadhi is like learning driving. Ego is active. Conscious mind is active. Then after some time, entire driving has gone deep inside your consciousness. Then it doesn't matter. You don't have to consciously worry. You can look here, there, and still drive. Because your body-mind complex is driving. Subconscious impressions are coming and driving. Nirvikalpa Samadhi belongs to second category. When conscious effort is not required. So Savikalpa Samadhi. So basically what we are trying to do in Samadhi, subject-object duality we are trying to remove. When does it get removed? In deep sleep, subject-object duality is not there. Deep sleep state is also a Samadhi. Provided, how you go into deep sleep? If you go to deep sleep with Jnana, deep sleep becomes Nirvikalpa Samadhi, and then you wake up with Jnana. So a Jnani goes into sleep with Jnana and wakes up with Jnana. A Adnani goes into sleep with Adnana, and wakes up with Adnana. So what is the difference between Jnani and Adnani going to sleep and waking up? A Jnani goes into sleep with Jnana, I am pure awareness, arrived through Viveka, Vairagya. And deep state, that Jnana has gone into subtle condition, Sukshma Rupa, causal state. It remains there. There's no duality, subject of the duality. When you wake up, that comes up. Why does Jnani wake up? Because of his residual prarabdha karma for Loka Kalyana, teaching the world. Whereas Adnani goes into the sleep, thinking that I am the body, I am the mind. He wakes up because of pressure of vasana. Tomorrow morning I have to do this. This business is pending. That work is pending. That vasanas will pull him up. Whereas Jnani will be pulled out because of Loka Kalyana vasana. Loka Kalyana pending. So Savikalpa Samadhi means there's effort, like learning driving. Consciously, there's a conscious effort. Ego is involved. Nirvikalpa Samadhi means the ego is not involved. For example, if I ask you, are you a man or woman? You don't have to think. Ego is not required. I am a woman or man is deep inside, deep buried. There is no conscious effort required to say I am woman or man. It is unconscious there. So Nirvikalpa Samadhi means Jnana has gone into unconscious, subconscious. I am pure awareness. No thinking is required. No effort is required to say I am awareness. Like driving consciously after some time becomes subconscious, unconscious. Like that, the clarity has arrived, has gone deep inside. That's called Nirvikalpa Samadhi. So now, people may have a question. So, okay, before that, there are other, the Samadhis are two types. Antar Samadhi and Bahya Samadhi. So Samadhi, Antar Samadhi means to see, recognize I am the Sakshi, I am the Atma. Bahya Samadhi means everything in the world is Brahman. Okay. Antar Samadhi, in Antar Samadhi, you close your eyes. First step of Antar Samadhi is become aware of thoughts and realize that I am the Sakshi. Thoughts will come and go, but I am Sakshi. Hold on to thought called I am Sakshi in Antar Samadhi. It's called Antar Rupa with Savikalpa. Savikalpa means there's a holding on to thought. Ego is there. Then Shabda with Savikalpa. Who is Sakshi? The nature of Sakshi, you remember based on Vedanta teaching. Sakshi is Asanga, unattached. Okay. I am awareness. My nature is consciousness. I am not affected by anything. Like that Vedantic teaching has to come Shabdanvid. So holding on to this thought is called Savikalpa. When you hold on, there's an ego. But gradually, once you hold on consciously, they go into deep subconscious. Unconscious, all vasanas will go. Other vasanas will come. Your earlier thoughts that I am the body, all those will come up, but you are holding. Right? So it's like a cricket match. In the cricket match, batsman is there. Bowler comes and bounces. Batsman will hit. Thakar, he will hit. If he hits properly, he will go sixer. If it doesn't hit, he will go, wicket will fall. He will become out. So similarly, when you sit for Samadhi, thoughts will come. They are bowling. Ego will come up. Okay. So ego will come up. I am the body. I am not Brahman. How can I say I am body? So then we use Vedanta teaching. I am the body because of this reason. So batting. So the ego will be, you will hit the ego or ball. So then you are not out. If the ball comes and hits you, you are out. So like this you practice the ego cricket. That's called Samadhi. So then gradually Abhyasa is not required. Like driving, initially driving you conscious effort. After that, no effort is required. Effortlessly happen. So after that, gradually you'll enter Nirvikalpa. Nirvikalpa you can't practice. Nirvikalpa happens. So ego is not required. It goes deep inside, I am Brahman. So Nirvikalpa Samadhi, you may be closing eyes, you may attain like a sleep-like state, or you may open eyes, Sahaja Samadhi, it doesn't matter. Ego is not required. It has become, there's the Antar Nirvikalpa. Antar Samadhi. Antar Samadhi is three types, Rupanvid, Shabdanvid, and Nirvikalpa. There may be Bahya Samadhi. Bahya Samadhi focus is existence. Tree exists, sun exists. Existence is common to all. Existence is Akhanda. First is Rupanvid. Form is there. World is nothing but form. Form can change, but existence doesn't change. That's why I am, my nature is existence. Then Shabdanvid. Existence is Akhanda. Existence cannot be broken. So with that thought, if you hold on, gradually enter Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Bahya Nirvikalpa Samadhi. So Antar Nirvikalpa or Bahya Nirvikalpa. In Nirvikalpa Samadhi, there's no effort is required in holding on to thought. It's got deep inside. Like deep inside, you know, I am a man. Deep inside, you know, I am a woman. Deep inside, you know, I am a mother. Now there will be a question for us. Is Samadhi Abhyasa very important for Jnana? Vedanta understanding, Vedanta teaching, Jnana Yoga says no. Samadhi is not mandatory. Vedanta says very clearly, this comes out in teaching of Swami Vidyaranya in Panchadashi, chapter 1. Samadhi is optional. Jnana is mandatory. Jnana is very important. So, we have a Adnana. Adnana has to be removed through Jnana. Samadhi doesn't remove Adnana. Samadhi helps in getting rid of Vasanas. But Adnana has to be crystal clear. Clarity has to happen in the presence of the teaching of the master, the Guru, who is Brahmanishta and Shrotriya. Adnana is removed in Shravana Matra. That's why Shravana Matra and Mukti. Shravana alone liberates you. Then what is about the Samadhi? That's what about Nididhyasa? Nididhyasa is Samadhi. Manana and Nididhyasa, they are support. Shravana gives a clarity. Manana and Nididhyasa removes existing vasanas. So then listening becomes clear. Shravana becomes much more clear. Then again to clean up, again Shravana becomes clear. So Vidyaranya says, Shravana is mandatory. Manana and Nididhyasa, Samadhi is optional. It helps. Samadhi helps, definitely. But Samadhi doesn't give Jnana. Samadhi is supportive for Jnana. Because Samadhi, you are closing your eyes, closing your ears, and you are going inwards. Inwards, there is no such Jnana. Inwards, whatever vasanas are there will come out. Then you have to do cricket batting, that's all. Ego batting. Jnana has to come from Shravana Matrena. And primary source of Jnana is Vedanta. So to get a clarity about Samadhi, I'll show you a picture. We go through waking state, dream state, deep sleep state. So, in the deep sleep, in the waking state, are there thoughts? Thoughts are there. Conscious mind is there. Thoughts are there. Objects of the world appear as thoughts. In dream state, in waking state, self-awareness is there. I know that I am aware that I'm aware of the object and I have self-awareness, some degree of self-awareness. In dream state, there are thoughts. A dream world appears, there are thoughts. Is self-awareness? Self-awareness is minimum. In deep sleep state, no thoughts, no self-awareness. In Samadhi or transcendental state, self-awareness is there, but no thoughts are there. Or you don't identify thoughts. Thoughts may come and go. You know it's unreal, you don't identify. It's called Turiya. So this is also super conscious state. We have a conscious mind which is 10%, less than 10%, subconscious mind which is larger portion. So super conscious mind is not individual. Turiya is not personal. Turiya is universal. So subconscious mind of myself, yourself, all those put together, all those beyond that is called Turiya, super conscious mind. So Ramana Maharshi speaks of Samadhi as, in Samadhi, the mind is in Jagrat state, waking state, but it's free from thoughts. It enjoys the bliss of Sushupti. It enjoys the rest, Sushupti, like a dreamless sleep, in which mind is withdrawn. It's like a sleep-like state. It's called Jagrat Sushupti. Samadhi's mind is so alert. Please understand, Samadhi mind is not dull like sleep. Because knowledge has to come to the waker, not to the sleeper. In Samadhi, mind is so alert, it experiences Brahman. In fact, mind becomes Brahman. Samadhi is merging in the heart through concentration of mind control. So mind is merged into the heart by holding on to, by inquiring, who am I? Or by holding on to, I am Brahman, which you get through Atma Vichara. So what is the difference between ordinary sleep and waking sleep, Jagat Sushupti? In ordinary sleep, there are not only no thoughts, but also no awareness of the self. In waking sleep, there is awareness alone. That's why it's called awake while sleeping, Jagat Sushupti. That is a sleep in which there is awareness. So this is the state of Samadhi. So Samadhi is not a prescription in Vedanta. Prescription in Vedanta is Shravana, listening under the guidance of the realized master. Shravana Matrena Muktihi, this is the teaching. Samadhi is supplementary practice which will help you to clean up what are the existing vasanas are there. With that, we have come to end of discussion. Let us sit silently for some time. Close your eyes. Bring your attention back to the body. Mind keeps on floating in the past and future. Bring the mind to the present moment. Body is in the present moment. Breath is in the present moment. Body and mind, body and breath is the gateway to the self. Body is the temple for the self. Become aware of the body. Become aware of the breath. Sit silently. Holding on to your thought, I am the witness, Sakshi. What I see, body is nothing but a bundle of sensations, rising and falling. Breath is also changing. But as Sakshi, I am the unchanging reality. Who am I? The body appears in the morning, disappears in the night. In the dream body appears and disappears. In deep sleep, there's no body. That's why I'm no body. But I am there in the waking state, dream state, deep sleep state as Sakshi, the witness. This is called Rupan Savikalpa Samadhi. Shabdan Savikalpa Samadhi. What is nature of Sakshi? Sakshi is Asanga, unattached. Nothing can stick to Sakshi. Unattached I am. The body appears and disappears. Body changes. Waking body disappears. Waking body disappears. Dream body appears. Dream body disappears. So I am unattached. Whatever is happening in the waking state does not affect me in the dream. Whatever happened in the dream does not affect me in the deep sleep. Asangoham. What I call as body and mind and the world appears and disappears in the waking state and dream state, but I am the Sakshi, unaffected. What I see as Saksham is Mithya, unreal. That's why I'm not even Sakshi, I'm Brahman only. I'm pure awareness, there's no dual, non-dual. With that, sit silently for some time. These are called Antar Samadhi. Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamuduchyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi Nanembudu Nanalla Ideha Manabuddhi Nanalla Sachidanandatma Shivanam Nani Shivoham 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 Atmadarshanam Brahmadarshanam Brahmadarshanam Satyadarshanam, Antarjyoti, Bahirjyoti, Pratyajyoti, Paratpara, Jyotireva Jyoti, Swayam Jyoti, Atma Jyoti, Shivosmiham, Lokaha Samastaha, Sukhino Bhavantu, Lokaha Samastaha, Sukhino Bhavantu, Lokaha Samastaha, Sukhino Bhavantu. Harihi Om, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Harihi Om. Rub both of your hands, give one to the eyes, slowly open your eyes.